Although a reduction in passionate love is not experienced by all couples, various studies report approximately 20 to 40% of couples experience this downturn. Of couples who have been married in excess of 10 years, the steepest downturn is most likely to occur over the second decade. Life events and transitions can also make it challenging to experience passion. People have competing responsibilities which affect their energy and limit the opportunities to foster passion. Parenthood is an example of this. Read more, Love by Design, When Science Meets Sex, Lust, Attraction and Attachment. In contrast, companionate love is typically found to increase over time. Although research finds most romantic relationships consist of both passionate and companionate love, it's the absence or reductions in companionate love, more so than passionate love, that can negatively affect the longevity of a romantic relationship. But what's the point of love? Love is an emotion that keeps people bonded and committed to one another. From an evolutionary psychology perspective, love evolved to keep the parents of children together long enough for them to survive and reach sexual maturity. Read more, What is this thing called love? The period of childhood is much longer for humans than other species. As offspring rely on adults for many years to survive and to develop the skills and abilities needed for successful living, love is especially important for humans. Without love, it's difficult to see how the human species could have evolved. Love evolved to keep the parents of children together long enough for them to survive and reach sexual maturity. Natacorn_Mineret/Shutterstock. A biological foundation too. Not only is there an evolutionary foundation to love, love is rooted in biology. Neurophysiological studies into romantic love show that people who are in the throes of passionate love experience increased activation in brain regions associated with reward and pleasure. Read more, Love Lockdown. The pandemic has put pressure on many relationships, but here's how to tell if yours will survive. In fact, the brain regions activated are the same as those activated by cocaine. These regions release chemicals such as oxytocin, vasopressin, and dopamine, which produce feelings of happiness and euphoria that are also linked to sexual arousal and excitement. Interestingly, these brain regions are not activated when thinking about non-romantic relationships such as friends. These findings tell us that liking someone is not the same as being in love with someone. What's your love style? Research has found 3 primary styles of love. First coined by psychologist John Lee, the love styles are Eros, Ludus, and Storge. These styles include people's beliefs and attitudes about love and act as a guide for how to approach romantic relationships. People high on Storge love are trusting and are not needy or dependent on others. Blackdate/Shutterstock. Eros. This style of love refers to erotic love and is focused on physical attraction and engaging in sex, the quick development of strong and passionate feelings for another and intense intimacy. Ludus. This style involves being emotionally distant and often involves game playing. It's not surprising people who endorse this love style are unlikely to commit, feel comfortable ending relationships, and often start a new relationship before ending the current one. Storge. Storge is often regarded as a more mature form of love. Priority is given to having a relationship with a person who has similar interests, affection is openly expressed, and there is less emphasis on physical attractiveness. People high on Storge love are trusting of others and are not needy or dependent on others. Or is a mixture more your style? You may see yourself in more than one of these styles. Evidence suggests some people possess a mixture of the 3 main love styles. These mixtures were labeled by Lee as mania, pragma, and agape. Read more, Darling, I love you, from the bottom of my brain. Manic love includes intense feelings for a partner as well as worry about committing to the relationship. Pragmatic love involves making sensible relationship choices in finding a partner who will make a good companion and friend. Agape is a self-sacrificing love that is driven by a sense of duty and selflessness.